There's a moment in every spiritual woman's business where she has to choose. Does she stay the healer or does she become a CEO? And most women avoid that decision, which is why they stay stuck. Let's break this down. You have a healer identity. Now, the healer waits to be chosen. She avoids selling, she over delivers, undercharges, and feels guilty for receiving. This is the identity that keeps you trapped. It keeps you small, even if your intentions are big. What you need is the CEO identity. Now, the CEO positions clearly, sets standards, sells without apology, builds structure, and thinks long term. You don't lose your spirituality when you think like a CEO, you stabilize it. Now, your personal shift is really important, and this is where trust locks in. When you realize that visibility isn't enough, when you realize that inconsistent income stops being accessible, and when you begin to lead yourself differently, things completely change for you. In my academy, we work on all three of these things: alignment, authority, and architecture, because without these things, you don't have a business that can scale. You don't have a business that can actually go to the top. There's no dramatics, it's just grounded truth. Now, the real reason why spiritual business owners fail to do this and avoid this shift is because they have a fear of being seen, a fear of rejection, a fear of charging too much, and a fear of stepping into your power. Staying a healer feels safe because you're doing it, you're there. Whereas becoming a CEO actually feels like responsibility. And often, and I say this with love, often my spiritual girlies are tapping out of the matrix. They don't want responsibility. They don't want structure. They want to get away from having to do things like work. But that isn't going to work for you if you actually want a business that is going to support you, and not just support you, but actually become better than the 9 to 5 job. And to get better and more money than 9 to 5 job, you need to have these things in place. You need to have the AAA process in place, because otherwise you're just deflating. You're deflating. So what we actually need to do is get into cycles that give us predictable income. We need to have clear offers on the table that lead to better clients. And this leads to less chaos and more control. This is where you start to think like a CEO and building a business that is actually worth your time. What happens to a lot of spiritual business owners is that they start, selling their wares, astrology, coaching, Reiki, doing magic, whatever it is that you're doing. And you're doing that 9 to 5, and it's paying you like a 9 to 5 job. You have absolutely no way of scaling it, and you're exhausted because all you do is work. And not only now are you working and doing the service, but you're also having to do all the marketing, all of your social media, your SEO, everything else. So now you've actually got this back of house job that you're also doing, which is why most entrepreneurs give up in the first year and a half, because it becomes all consuming. This is that joke where everybody says, I gave up the 9 to 5 and got a 24/7. And we don't want to work 24/7. I don't work 24/7. The reason why I started my business was because I didn't want to work 24/7. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I need to run in my cycles of somebody who has autism and ADHD. I'm running the cycles of the feminine. So if you're in that in-between phase where you know that you're meant for more, but your business hasn't caught up just yet, this is exactly where Aquarian or Abundance will meet you. For you, this is about helping you to shift your identity, to recognize what isn't working in your business, and actually to create those systems that will work for your business. This is learned from everything that I've done since 2017, where I started my business, starting and monetizing multiple niches, from neurodiversity to psychological coaching to spirituality businesses. And it's helping you to do everything that I didn't do, so you get further than I got in my first few years. This is for spiritual women who are really ready to build structure, to scale properly, and to lead at a higher level. And if you're interested in that, check out the links below. I've got a free 7-day ritual for changing your mindset for quick manifestation of money. And it's here for you. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.